past summer at my kid's former preschool, while my daughter was nearby, a staff member took her lunch that she had brought from home, opened it without her permission, and proceeded to show it to a few other preschool teachers and said something like, "This has too much sugar in it," all while my daughter could see and hear them. As a quick disclaimer, I'm not discussing this situation because I'm angry at the school or the staff member. This situation was discussed quickly. I'm bringing it up because as a parent of 5-year-olds, I did not think that this type of situation is something I would run into this early. Moreover, checking kids' lunches wasn't a thing. This happened near the end of the summer, and we had been packing them cold lunches at least twice a week for the entirety of the summer and for the majority of the school year early on, and we had never heard of this happening before. I want to talk about my 3 major issues with this situation and how they could have potentially affected my daughter if something like this would have continued. I know there are more issues, but I'm going to stick to 3. And they are consent, judgment, and the inappropriate food language that was used. Thankfully, this didn't happen again, and we nipped it in the bud pretty quick, but we're going to talk about this anyway. Now, my first big issue here is consent. She brought this lunch from home. This is her lunch that I packed her. And nobody asked her if they could take her lunch off this cart, open up the lunchbox, then open up the actual lunch itself, and then proceed to show it to these other people like it's show and tell. This is her property. Nobody asked her if they could do that. And consent is a big deal. It was a violation of a boundary. Even though she's a child and that teacher was an adult, the teacher should have asked, "Hey, can I open this?" and given her a reason why she was opening it. Issue number 2. When the preschool teacher showed the other teachers my daughter's lunch, and it was kind of in a, "oh, this is bad" sort of way, too much sugar, my concern is that my daughter would think that she did something wrong because she's not old enough to separate, "oh, they're pointing at the lunch, not at me." I mean, heck, if someone did that to me now, I wouldn't feel great either. And lastly, the too much sugar comment. Granted, it is not a teacher's job to judge the nutritional content of a lunch. It also had 0 grams of added sugar in it, which makes me want to pull my hair out even more. But if we're talking about nutrition, that's also not age-appropriate language for a 5-year-old. We can talk about foods that help us poop, foods that give us energy, foods that help keep us full, foods that help build our muscles. But the concept of too much sugar compared to what, is something that a child really can't comprehend. So again, we nip that in the bud. They don't go to that school anymore. Thankfully, nothing like that has happened this year, and things are a lot better. If you have any questions or thoughts, let me know. Oh, goodbye.